All right, welcome. Here we are. My name is David Wax. I'm the Chief Robot Mechanic for Handwrytten. And today we're going to be providing you a brief overview of who we are, and we're really going to focus on the Salesforce plugin because I'm sure that's what you're all interested in. So it shouldn't take more than a few minutes to get through this. So sit back, relax, and here we go. So who are we? What is Handwrytten? Well, Handwrytten is a way for you to automate personal communication, the lost art. We take what is thought of as unscalable, sitting down and writing out a card, a thoughtful note to your clients or to your friends or family, and we make that completely scalable, completely automatable, thanks to our army of robotic handwriting machines. We have 13 different handwriting styles to choose from, ranging from block print to script, from neat to messy, and everything in between. There are over 120 cards available right away to choose from, including this beautiful blue thank you card. They run in price from $3 all the way up to $6.50. Obviously, we do offer bulk discounts. And if you don't like any of our cards or you want to go more a custom approach, as most of our corporate clients do, you can provide your own stationery, or we have very, very good pricing for you to have it printed with us. We'll help you design that stationery, get it printed, sent to our warehouse facilities here, and then we will write on it for you. So if you don't like any of these cards, again, just contact us and we'll work with you to find a card that you do like. All notes are written in pen. They are not printed. Again, they are not printed. They are written in pen by a robot. So all the little mistakes that a human pen would make, they make. There's texture with writing in pen, and we create that perfectly. If you want to include a gift card and make this truly a gift, such as a $5 Starbucks card to thank somebody for a meeting, or a $250 Visa card, we have all sorts of gift cards that we can insert with your note prior to shipping it off. As you can see in this picture here, we do stamp it with a real stamp. We write out the envelope as well, and we mail your card, again, for as cheap as $3. In fact, this beautiful thank you card that has silver leaf that you're seeing here is a $3.50 card. That is including the stamp. So really, considering a stamp's 50 cents, you're down to $3 for this card. What's nice about our platform, among other things, is we save everything for you, so you can go back and easily track who you sent what messages to, so you know exactly who you've followed up with. And then when we get into the Salesforce integration, it's obviously super simple from there as well. So why would you do this? Well, it's our belief that your message is getting lost in the shuffle. People are drowning in electronic communication. The average office worker receives 147 emails a day. It takes up to over a quarter of the user's time just to manage email. Isn't that ridiculous? And the average 35 to 44-year-old is sending and receiving 1,600 texts a month, which is absolutely crazy. When you add in the additional Twitter tweets, Facebook posts, Instagram messages or posts, along with Snapchat and everything else, the user's overwhelmed with the electronic communication. None of it stands out anymore. In addition, people know it doesn't take any work to send that email thanking them for their business or wishing them a happy birthday. What really does stand out is old-fashioned communication, old-fashioned handwritten communication. We make that easy for you thanks to our Handwrytten platform. We provide a whole suite of tools to make that easy. If you don't know what to write, we have templates that you can use, customize, and then reuse for your clients. If you want to bulk upload 10,000 addresses and messages, we can send out all those notes just for you, no problem whatsoever. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Salesforce.com plugin, which will make it easy to use Salesforce with Handwrytten. And then we have a full API that allows you to integrate directly with your back-end systems. Now, if you like the idea of API integration, but it kind of scares you off, or you don't have the attention of your IT department to make that happen, we also allow you to integrate via Zapier. Zapier is a terrific way to do easy integration with no programming. It's simply point and click. Now, currently we are in beta with Zapier, but if you're interested in using us in Zapier, just contact us, email me at david@handwrytten.com. That's Handwrytten with a Y. I'll send you the beta link and you can get signed up right away. We're also very, very good about helping you with that integration. You are not going it alone. We'll make sure that there's absolutely no problem Because what's our end goal? To have you send more cards. And that's what we're here to help you do. So the main way to use Handwrytten, or the most common way, is to use our website, handwrytten.com. Handwrytten.com has all the features you'll find in Handwrytten, and those features extend to Salesforce.com and the apps and API. Now, you do get a few other things by going to Handwrytten.com, in addition to the beautiful interface, which is animated and really kind of almost what I would say should go up for some awards. Once you use it, you'll see what I mean. You do get the ability to upload orders in bulk. Currently, this is the only way to do that. So if you want to upload a spreadsheet of 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 orders, you can do that quickly and easily within Handwrytten. You literally upload an Excel spreadsheet. The website will walk you through that process. And you can also do custom card creation on handwrytten.com. So what that means is there's a tool where you can upload images, you can arrange them, create the front of your card, the back of your card, etc. Save that, and then it appears within the app, within the website, within Salesforce.com, just as any other card. Now that card is printed on demand for you. If you're looking to do any real volume or want a higher quality card, we do recommend getting those cards custom printed. Now we can do that. We've got great pricing, or you can simply send us your cards and we'll add them to the app just for you. They'll appear just as any other card within handwrytten.com and the other services. Some other features of Handwrytten are templates. We provide several templates for those that don't have much creativity as far as what they want to write, such as a birthday message or a thank you message, an interview message, etc. But what a lot of people do is they save a frequently written message as a template, and then they can reuse it over and over again. You're going to see this in the Salesforce plugin as well, but it really originated at handwrytten.com. The next thing we should talk about is our app. Anything you do on handwrytten.com, with the exception of creating that custom card or bulk upload, you can do for our beautiful apps available for iPhone and Android. If you notice, those apps do have very high star ratings because they're just fantastic. It's really handwritten in your hand. Every feature, again, available with the exception of bulk uploads, and creating that custom card is available. And again, if you do create a custom card at handwrytten.com, it will appear within your app. You also have phone book integration. So if you've saved a contact within your phone and you want to use that contact address within Handwrytten, simply type out your note on Handwrytten's app, and then when you get to the point where you need to provide an address, you can then simply go into your phone book and click the address you want to add, and it will import directly into the app, which is fantastic. So super easy. There's no retyping necessary. Everything is as it should be. Finally, and most importantly, we're going to be talking about the Salesforce.com plugin here. It is really an easy, integrated way to take everything, or really the best of Handwrytten, and use it within Salesforce. Now, one thing that you do get is the quote-unquote elegant user interface of Salesforce that we've all grown to love, but it does have all those features, and there are a few unique benefits to the Salesforce.com plugin. First of all, it's activity tracking. Your handwritten notes, as you will see, will appear right next to every other activity with a contact. So if you have this contact named Tim Barr, and you call them on Monday, send them an email on Tuesday, and a handwritten note on Wednesday, you're going to see all three of those activities within the activity feed of that user on Salesforce.com. Additionally, another great feature of the Salesforce.com integration is the centralized billing. So you don't need to go in and create user accounts for every handwritten, for everybody in Salesforce that's going to use Handwrytten. All you need to do is you need to provide them access through our control panel with Salesforce access, and with access to one specific Handwrytten account. All messages written will then go through that single account. Makes it very easy for you to track activity. And again, we will talk more about that. Just want to mention it here before we dive into using the Salesforce.com plugin. And without further ado, let's get into the Salesforce plugin installation. Okay, here we are in Salesforce, your standard Salesforce contacts view. Now, you need to log into Salesforce as your most
trusted account, meaning the account with the most access permissions. Typically, you might actually have to ask your Salesforce admin to do this for you. After we log into Salesforce, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the Setup in the upper right. We're going to click Setup. And then on the left, we're going to scroll down and we're going to look for App Exchange. And if you haven't played with App Exchange in the past, App Exchange is a very powerful part of Salesforce. It allows you to go in and add all sorts of additional functionality. I just clicked App Exchange there. And just like on the iPhone or your Android phone, you have the App Store. App Exchange is the same thing, but for Salesforce. Now, we're going to go in here and we're going to search the App Exchange for Handwrytten. Be sure you spell it with that Y and then hit the magnifier. It does open it in a separate tab. Here you can see Handwrytten. It's got our logo. Send handwritten notes and gift cards from Salesforce. That sure sounds like the right thing. So we're going to go ahead and hit more. I went ahead and hit that more. And just a quick note here on our installation. We are currently installing Salesforce or Handwrytten for Salesforce version 1.85. Again, that's version 1.85. If you go and you try to install this later, it is currently the 21st of November 2016. But if you go ahead and try to install this maybe in late 2017, it might be a later version. That's okay. The features might be very slightly different, but hopefully, more features. But just so you know, we are installing 1.85 currently. You can feel free to read all about Handwrytten here. We do provide the website here and contact information. This is all on the details page. And we are now going to go ahead and install the app. So to do that, you just want to simply click Get It Now. And we are going to click Log into App Exchange. And when you do log into App Exchange, it very well might have you log in again. Well, ask you one more time if you want to install it in production or if you want to install it in Sandbox. Now, we're going to go ahead and install in production here, but if you're just testing us out and you have a Sandbox version of Salesforce, feel free to go ahead and install it there as well. So I clicked Install in Production. I am going to click I've read and agreed to the terms and conditions. And I'm going to hit Confirm and Install. Now we are going to have to do one more thing. We are going to have to log into into Salesforce again. So let's go ahead and do that. And when that happens, it goes through and it installs. Currently, we're getting a bug, but you can just hit past that. We're going to do install for all users. And that is it. You just want to check the boxes and hit install for all users. Now it does take a minute here to install. You're going to get an email while it's installing from Salesforce saying it's installed, and then you'll get another note when it's completed installing. So if you just want to sit back and go about your business Salesforce, and trust that Salesforce is installing that application, it will just take a few minutes here. Okay, now we've received that email from Salesforce saying the app was successfully installed. The first thing we're going to do is confirm it. This is very easy to do. All you need to do is hit the plus sign on that toolbar on the top right of the toolbar. So we're going to hit that plus, and it's going to open up the All Tabs view. And if we scroll down, we'll see we do have the Handwrytten accounts icon and a little link to Handwrytten accounts. We're not going to go into that yet. The first thing I want to do is because if you notice, we go into contacts here, there's no way, if we click Tim Barr, there's no way to send Tim a handwritten note. What we need to do using the Handwrytten or using Salesforce is we need to customize this screen and add one more button here that says Send Handwrytten Note. Don't worry, it's not very difficult, and I will walk you through that right now. So we're going to click Setup. We're waiting for load. We're waiting for it to load, and then we're just going to scroll down here to the build section and customize. So build and then customize, and then we're going to go down to contacts and click contacts. Finally, we're going to click page layouts. Okay, now there's a few contact page layouts here. The one I like to change is the contact layout, not the support, not sales, not marketing. Just the plain old contact layout, as this is the one I know we use within our organization. So to change this, we're just going to hit edit next to it. And here you go. Here you can see the contact page. And now you can see some sample user, sample account, etc. And we're going to add a button to this. Now to do this, all you need to do is click buttons at the top. There's this floating toolbar here. Click buttons and then go and find the send handwritten ... button. And now we're going to click this with the mouse and drag it. We're just going to keep dragging down. Drag down. We're going to place that button right in that custom buttons area. And there you can see now we have a send handwritten note button. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hit save. And that is it. So again, you go to the setup menu. You then scroll down to customize under build. You hit contacts. You hit page layouts. And then you're going to add the send handwritten note button to the contact layout. Okay. Now if I go into the contacts page and we click Tim Barr, you will see the send handwritten note button there. That is 90% of the way there, folks. That's all you really need to do. We are going to go ahead and just take a few more steps here just to make the process super simple for your users. So we're going to hit that plus button. And we're going to go down to handwritten accounts. So we're going to click that. Okay, so here we are on the handwritten account screen within Salesforce. When you use Handwrytten within Salesforce, you must have a registered Handwrytten account. If you don't have one, you can create one within the Salesforce plugin. You never have to go to handwrytten.com or use our app or anything else. You can do it all right here. So to do that, what you would do is you'd hit create new account, and then you would enter a nickname such as my account. You would enter an email address that you'd want to register at handwrytten.com. So David at handwrytten.com. A password, I'm going to give it my very important password. And then I'm not going to hit allow deletes because I don't want to be able to delete activity from Salesforce that I've linked to Handwrytten. You'll learn more about that as you go along. But I do want to log activity to history to Salesforce, so I am going to click that, and then I'm going to click register. And at that point, it's going to send you an email. You'll have to an email to david@handwrytten.com. You'll have to click that email to confirm the account. Okay. Now this david@handwrytten.com account's already set up, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. But what I will do is I will use my already have an account button here. I will click that, and I will click main account. It could be called anything you want. I'm going to link it to the Handwrytten account called contact@handwrytten.com. And the password, I'm going to enter there. And then I'm going to hit register. Now what that's going to do is that's going to make sure that the account contact@handwrytten.com actually exists. Obviously, it'll be your email address there, not contact@handwrytten.com. And then you'll have some options. You'll be able to share the account. You'll be able to manage credit cards, and you'll have to add a credit card to this account. But we'll do that later on. But what I want to show you here is the share account. So if you have multiple people under this Salesforce implementation installation, you can hit share account and then provide those users access to that account. So this way they can use the Handwrytten features without having to go in and create their own account. Now the downside of this is you or whoever that email address is, in this case contact@handwrytten.com, is going to receive an email every time those people send a note. So just be aware of that, okay? And all you do is you'd enter their name here and hit share account with user. And that is all there is to installing the Handwrytten for Salesforce plugin. Next, we're going to go through actually using this.
Okay, welcome back. Now that we've successfully installed the Handwrytten plugin and we've associated a Handwrytten account to Salesforce, you and your Salesforce users are ready to go ahead and send handwritten notes. I'm going to walk you through this process really quickly. It is very straightforward. I'll probably over-explain it. So here we go. So first of all, we're going to click on a contact. We're going to choose our old friend, Tim Barr. And as you can see here, a typical Salesforce account, except we do now have that Send Handwritten Note button that we added during the install. So we're just going to go ahead and click Send Handwritten Note. And if we had multiple handwritten accounts associated with this Salesforce install, you would actually have to choose which handwritten account you want to use, because each handwritten account might have different cards, as I'm about to show you. But since we only have one handwritten account available or associated, it's not showing you that step. So what it is going to say is pick a card category. What type of card are you going to send Tim? Well, I want to send Tim a thank you note, or maybe just one of these everyday cards. One thing I do want to point out, and there is a good everyday card we're going to use here, which is this hummingbird card, or this hello card, which is scaled a little less than perfectly in the Salesforce app. You can actually see better pictures of all this on handwrytten.com, just for the record there. But what I want to show you is, in addition to the standard card categories that everybody sees, in this install, you actually see handwritten internal. Now, that's because the handwritten account associated with the Salesforce plugin is a internally used handwritten account that we use here at Handwrytten, and there's a special card we have access to, which is called Internal Outbound Marketing Campaign Made You Look card. Now, if you work for a company that has your own cards that you want us to write on, you could ship those cards to us, and then you would see your company name here, and those cards would be in that category. You could either ship them or we could print them for you. We've got great pricing with major print shops, and we can get tremendous cards for you at a very reasonable rate. Enough about that. So we're going to go back to everyday, and I'm just going to choose this hummingbird card. It's widely appropriate. And when I choose that card, you're going to see a picture of the card, a picture of the envelope, which isn't so exciting, a picture of the back of the card here, and a very exciting picture of the inside of the card. I'm going to hit next. And what you're going to see here is the addressing information of this card. Well, it's coming from me, and it was smart enough to fill in my profile information from Salesforce. So where is that coming from? Well, if I go into Salesforce and have my profile, this address information was populated directly into Handwrytten, the return address information here. Likewise, the Tim Barr's information, the recipient name, the account name is put here, the address is here, city, state, and zip is all pre-populated. Now, one thing to note is that sometimes people in Salesforce don't always format their address correctly. So you might have to go in here when you get to this step and reformat the address to split everything out. Just a word of caution there. The next thing you're going to see is a very large photo of that card, which we might shrink in a future version of this Salesforce plugin. And then finally, we're going to see the writing styles, and this is where it gets good. So we have 13 handwriting styles currently. A few of my favorite are Proper Jeff, and here you can see an actual scan of how this font looks. Writing style looks. We have Loopy Ruthie, another example here. We have Chill Charity is a very nice looking handwriting style. But I'm going to choose Proper Jeff here, and I'm going to make note that this card can hold 400 characters, give or take, and I'm going to send a note to Tim saying, for his birthday. Now, I'm having a little bit of writer's block right now, and I don't know what to write, Tim. Well, we have a solution for that too. If you've written a message and plan to use it over and over, you can save that message as a template. If, Handwrytten by default actually has several templates built in, so those are all available to you here. Furthermore, your company might provide corporate-wide templates, and if that's the case, you'd see those templates here as well. So I'm going to load a template. I'm going to choose birthday wishes, not getting older, getting better. The message itself says you aren't getting older, you're getting better, happy birthday. I'm going to choose that. And now, as you can see, this number of characters updated. I'm just going to put, Dear Tim, you aren't getting older, you're getting better, happy birthday. And what I'll do is actually I'm going to include a gift card. So let's give him a free coffee. So I'm going to go down here to gift cards. I'm going to choose a Starbucks card, and I'm feeling generous, so I'll give him a $10 Starbucks card, which will cost me $10. So finally, you got to review the order. You can see, yes, this is going to come from me. It's going to go to Tim. Here's the message we're sending him. And then that Starbucks card. Total amount due, $13.50, because it's the $3.50 card plus the Starbucks card of $10, so $13.50. And then we see the credit cards we have on file, the last 4 digits. Now, if I need to add a new credit card, I would just click New Credit Card. I'm going to go ahead and hit Process Order. And in 1 second here, your note is on its way. So now, if we go back into that contact, and we go into Tim Barr, we can see in the activity history that we have a handwritten note sent. It was sent on 11/23, which is today. And if we go and take a look at that, we can see that we sent him a note that said, Dear Tim, you're not getting older, you're getting better, have a coffee on us. So, just a very easy to use way to keep track of your activity with a customer or a prospect. It's all just saved here within Handwrytten. Obviously, when you send a card, you will receive an email receipt for that, but everything is looking good, and that is how you use Handwrytten. I wish I had more to explain to you, but it is truly that simple. So thank you again, and if you have any questions, please do reach out to us. You can reach us at contact@handwrytten.com, or you can email me directly. I'm David@handwrytten.com. And thank you, and right on.